YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to the freaking channel, and welcome to, literally, we're in like late February. Look at this. So as you guys know, my time and my life has been consumed by our living situation. We have a lot going on here. We're getting the house sided. The inside is a complete disaster. We're actually gonna come stay in the new rig. We got it back, we got it wrapped. It turned out amazing. We've got a bunch of stuff we're working on, but we went to use it for the first time, and we did run into our first issue. First things first, we fired the heat up. I didn't know, the heater's like brand new. The heater literally smoked this whole thing out. I thought it was on fire. I grabbed my fire extinguisher. It was a disaster. So I have my daughter in here. We were getting everything set up, getting the bed set up. We were gonna sleep in it. Heat works great. We got that all figured out. And we ran into our first issue. So it looks to me like the kit that they bought when they built this from RV World, the kit, when they put it on and when the cold weather hit with the caulking, it stretched the rubber that's on the roof. So it's a white rubber membrane. I'm gonna show you guys it. And it stretched it away and it pulled all the caulking. It's just kind of an unfortunate thing that this is kind of what we do. So I'm gonna walk you guys through what we are doing. Everyone uses white rubber. And the thing is, it doesn't get adhered to the actual deck up there. So we're gonna rip off the roof. Kind of sucks to do. We have ordered a whole bunch of parts. We've got it all drying in there now, but right up here, boop, 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 from it sitting outside, I think water sat on it, seeped its way in, and unfortunately caused, this is a brand new mattress, and check this out. So we got some mold issues. So I handled all that. Here's exactly what's going on right now. Everything's been treated. We got the fan on. We're gonna make this thing absolutely perfect. We do plan on using this for quite a while. I know with a lot of the stuff, we get it, not really interested, we sell it, not really interested, get it, sell it. This thing is way too freaking cool to just flip it and get rid of it. So we have been blessed with some amazingly perfect weather. So we're gonna get right to it. Getting kind of our fasteners together. There is a difference here. So some people will use these, and then there's also the stainless version. So we got all stainless hardware coming, and we're gonna get up on top here. Some of the main things first is making sure, hold on. All right, so we've had the fan going in here. We have coated and sprayed everything with mold killer. And we are now ready to start looking into what it's going to take. Okay, so we got a cover on this. So it's gonna be figuring out how we disconnect the air conditioner. And then we've got a bathroom vent. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you get your bathroom vent all taken apart. I've never done any of this stuff. So, but what I have done is I've roofed for a long time, and I think we can put a better roof on it than like RV World sells. So let's get up there and see what we got going on. All right, so currently the roof we're working on actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. It is brand new. It is a white rubber, but this is a very weird membrane. So we're gonna get looked at here. I'm gonna see what's going on under this. We gotta take the cover off of this, disconnect that, but look at some of this stuff here. Here's kind of where our issues are. What I think happened was, all this has failed, and again, it's brand new, is this rubber, it appears that it's having a chemical reaction to the caulking that was used. And it also looks like when it gets hot and cold, it is pulling, and this is like, we don't want that crap on there. This is junk. This roof, this membrane is junk. So we are gonna put a black 60 mil rubber roof on, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. All right, obviously our first things first, we are going to take all the fasteners off. This caulking is holding that, but you can see we've got a disaster going here. A lot of these fasteners have also broke off because they are not stainless and they're kind of crappy. Bro, it's gravel. You can barely do a burnout in the gravel. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. moment of truth that I'm kind of dreading, if we're being honest. This is not looking great. Oh yeah, nice and soaking wet. That's what we're looking for. Not quite sure why. Oh, I'm gonna have to redeck this whole damn thing. All right, so one of the first things when you're putting on one of these roofs, try to make sure you really know what you're doing, because now we're gonna have to replace all the wood decking, pull all of the insulation out, and because the corners weren't sealed right and the metal wasn't put on right and the system just wasn't folded right, the roof was put on great. The roof itself looks great. The edge details, all the screws, the wrong caulking is what caused all these issues. As you can see, we've got standing water underneath this, got mold inside, so kind of a big deal. It's gonna be about a 3-day process. Gotta go buy all those stuff. We're gonna pull the rest of these boards off in the front here. We're gonna see exactly what we're looking at for damage. We're gonna leave this sit overnight. We're gonna put fans on it. I'm gonna spray down the underside, and then tomorrow we're gonna hit this again, and we're going to hopefully get it redecked, get the air conditioner off, and start putting a new roof on.
I mean, I think it's not gonna work. I mean, you could get in there with me not up here, but... you can keep going. It's almost there. All right, now let me check.
I said let him move.
Steve, I'm gonna need the ladder. Oh, hey!
He's getting down, he doesn't fit. He won't fit.
I might fit, but I ain't risking it.
Just stand on the back rack.
Oh yeah.
He said, oh yeah.
So we completely underestimated the 1 inch of snow we were supposed to get, and we did not get the roof 100% done. The air conditioner is not back on yet. So we've got some work to do here. So I had the guys over yesterday. We worked on the roof. We got about 90% done, and they're like, dude, it's gonna snow today. And I'm like, absolutely not, dude. It's mid-February. We're out here in like like a light sweatshirt and we're fine. So it snowed, kind of screwed us over a little bit. So we covered up. We're gonna finish up today. We are gonna be camping in this thing like tomorrow morning at this time. So less than 24 hours. We did get the metal on all the way around. So this is what it looks like from here. We've got a 3-inch drip edge. I've got some stuff to finish up there, a little piece of metal to put in. But we put a 3-inch commercial 20 gauge steel bent. There's a 3-inch tab on the top, a 3-inch tab on the face. We put a 60 mil fully adhered rubber roof on top. And let me show you guys a little bit of kind of how we're sitting right now. We'll go up there. In here we've got the air conditioner still off. We did get the new vent put back in. And one of the biggest things on these rigs is when you're driving, when you have a front facing, so here's where a lot of the issue was on this setup, is this top front piece right there. So that metal piece did not come down far enough and there was no termination inside there. So what happened was the water would hit the front of this thing when you're driving, it would push up and it would go directly over the top and there was nothing stopping it. So now we've got a product called Water Block. I'm gonna show you guys what that is right here. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of what I used for this because it is a lot different than what you're gonna see in like RV world. They give you this crappy, I don't even know, it's not even really a rubber. They claim it's a rubber, a white rubber. Everyone's so bent out of shape about having a white roof on their RVs, which I don't understand, because if it's insulated and if it's done right, you're not gonna ever tell a difference having a black roof on it. So I use what we use. We put these on, these things last 25, 30 years. And if they last up on a building and they're wind rated to like 100 miles an hour, there's no reason that they wouldn't last on an RV going down the freeway. So one of the main things is your leading edge. So that leading edge of the front of the truck or your trailer, wind and rain and water and ice, everything comes right on it. And then like ours has a slope up, all that water is pushing directly up underneath that roof, comes in. That's exactly what happened on this thing. So this is what we use right here. There's a lot of different caulkings you can use. This is a like commercial roofing specific. So you're not gonna have like a big vendor like we do, but you can walk in to ABC Supply and you can buy, this is Firestone brand, you can buy a water block or a water cutoff. That's what it's called. It never gets hard. It's the nastiest stuff. It's great. It gets all over you. You got to use like high power cleaner to get it off you. So be very careful with it. It will go everywhere. Make sure you have a rag right there so that you can get the stringers off it. But you're going to put this on underneath your rubber in between when you primer it, lay your rubber over. There's a whole bunch of video in here. We had our batteries die. We had a whole bunch of stuff going, so we might have missed some of that. But here's some of the things you're going to need. Water cutoff. This is going to be your main way to block water that could be coming up the front. So with the rubber, here's what we used. There's a bunch of different manufacturers that make it. Well, there's like 3 of them. This is called Ultra Guard. So this is actually a 60 mil black rubber. And on the back, it's peel and stick like ice and water. So you peel that off. This has an adhesive on there. Once you put this together, you don't want it to stick because you're not getting it apart. So this is what we used. We lay it out. You're gonna have to, there's a bunch of videos on that. Use a roller, you roll it all in. You don't want wrinkles in it. You're gonna run all the way over your edge and then you're gonna use a primer. So again, if you go to ABC Supply for their commercial division, they will tell you which stuff you need. But this is what we use. Firestone Quick Prime Plus. This is what we use. Stuff's expensive, very expensive. This is about 175 bucks. But with that quick prime, we primer the whole wood deck that the rubber is going to be on. You let it sit a while, you roll it in. We do the outside. We did about 2 inches because then we came over top with a commercial piece of sheet metal. So you could use aluminum, but the aluminum a lot of times only has a 1-inch face or 1.5. So what this is you'll see in some of the video we put up. I just want to give you a closer look at what these are. They come in 10-foot sticks. You go to a metal shop. There's a hem on this. So what that does, that rubber sits behind there. So this comes over the edge. So our rubber's on there. Let's say our rubber's on this thing here. It's down on the edge. This comes over top of it. We then screw this piece on the flat part. See this? We screw right on the edge of this. Boom, 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 boom. And then we face fasten on the front to hold it on. That's it. It's pretty simple. You want to make sure all this stuff lays flat. And then what we do on top of this piece here, once we got those fasteners, obviously those would leak. I set a bead of water block, little bead, right where our screws are going to be going, so that if water ever got under here, it would not get into your roof system. And then we come over top with a flashing tape, primer over it. You can go look up, there's a whole bunch of websites that show full videos on how to use all this stuff. But we put a 5-inch cover piece on there, and we go all the way around. I'm gonna show you guys the finished product as soon as we're done here. And then you'll go, I use a Volcom. I don't know if I have any of it here, but you can get it at Menards. So you can get black, dark brown, silver, whatever. You can use galvanized. You can save money a lot of ways, but if you do your roof incorrectly, you're gonna end up with issues like we had here. And that was, a lot of the material would have been correct. It just was not quite installed right. And a big part of what happened on this one was that front slope comes up and that water goes straight up, and there's nothing you can do if you're driving down the highway to stop that water from coming directly under your metal. So now this little lip holds over, pulls tight with your fasteners. This lip right here is a little thicker, so the rubber sits behind it, and then behind that rubber there's water block. So if water comes up, it can only go so far. So we'll never have another issue with the roof leaking here. Here's the fasteners we use. These are just off Amazon, but they're just hex drilling screw heads. Make sure they are stainless. We went with black. A 50 pack's like 11 bucks. Bought a bunch of these. You can also go to Menards. Make sure you get stainless. You see that? Make sure you get stainless ones though, because otherwise they rust. And then like on here, we're already pulling a bunch out that were rusting. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the final project here. And then we are gonna go, next video, we're gonna be using this thing because we're gonna be using it in less than 24 hours if all goes as correct. And now we've got a bunch of snow to deal with, so it should be interesting to say the least. Let's get back on the roof. All right, there she is, the brand new roof. Ready for the adventures. Guess who's back?